a Fattie McFatville Friday.
The bigger the figure, the better I like her, the better I like her, the better I feed her, the better I feed her, the bigger the figure, the better the figure, the more I can love her. The bigger the figure, the better I like her, the better I like her, the better I feed her, the better I feed her, the bigger the figure, the better the figure, the more I can love her. The bigger the figure, the better I like her, the better I like her, the better I feed her, the better I feed her, the bigger the figure, the better the figure, the more I can love her. The bigger the figure, the better I like her, the better I like her, the better I feed her, the better I feed her, the bigger the figure, the better the figure, the more I can love her. The bigger the figure, the better I like her, the better I like her, the better.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this Friday out here in the she shed. As you can see, haven't been out here in a little bit. This is where I sell my paparazzi jewelry, all back there. That's why it's like bright, and so you can like see the jewelry. So good that I sell you some right now. The beautiful rings and the beautiful bracelets and stuff, necklaces, earrings. I have it all. I have it all out here. So it's like my little office out here. If any of you are ever interested in any of that, message me down below or in the comments or whatever, and I will gladly add you on my Facebook. It's my personal Facebook. So you'll be creeping on me on there now. Add you on there and put you in my group. I'd love to have you over there. We have so much fun. I go live on Thursday nights, most Thursday nights, and we just have a blast. Even if you don't buy anything, just come hang out, and I sell some jewelry. It's fun. So much fun. But anyway, I'm here to talk about weight loss. So I'm going to go ahead and weigh in and show you that first thing. It's been a while since I've showed the scale because of my setbacks and stuff. That's okay. Let's see how well I did this past week. If you can see it, so bright. 284.8. Alright, I'll take it. Not too bad. It's not where I wanted it to be, but I am okay with that. That is a 2 pound, 2 something. I can't remember what the first one said. It was 286.2 or 6. See, I should have documented it. I just didn't like what I saw, so I didn't really remember exactly, but it was 286 something. So now I'm down to the 284, which is so much better because it did say back up to 294. Ugh, cringes. I don't want to ever go back into the 90s, and I want to pass up these 80s. So I will take that because this week has been, gosh, it is so hard when you go off track and try to get back on. It takes a while. Oh, even after we talked Friday, okay, I did well for the rest of the day Friday. Saturday was up and down. I had my parents over for lunch. I made chicken salad, potato salad, which I'll make the potato salad stuff. I'll make things that I don't even really like potato salad. So I didn't have any of that. I tasted it to make sure it was okay, and I don't like it. I don't really like mustardy things, and I'm really not a big potato person. Never have been. More of a French fry girl, of course, but not really big on potatoes. So I did make a big pot of that, and we just had made sandwiches and stuff like that, finger type food. So I had my chicken salad and I did okay. Did have a dessert that I should not have had. Yeah, messed up there. But it wasn't terrible bad like it has been, where I was just gorging myself, binging out, eating. It wasn't like that. So that's an improvement from my setback, okay? Sunday, I can't remember Sunday. Oh, yes. I went to a homecoming at my boss, Beverly, her church, and they had a meal. And they had like a potluck after it was a homecoming. And they had a bunch of different things to choose from. I ate well there, didn't get the bread, didn't even get to the desserts. I thought, okay, I might get a dessert. A lot of times they have a whole bunch of homemade goodies. It really wasn't like that this time. They did have some homemade banana pudding and stuff, I think, but That's not like my favorite thing to have. It was more store-bought cakes and stuff, so that helped me to like be like, nah, I'm good. So I did not partake then. But now when we got home, I didn't have anything else to do. So I kind of sat on the couch or in my chair and just watched, I like American Horror Story, watched a whole series of that. Went back and watched season 3. So, and I kind of had too many snacks and things, I believe. Monday the same way. I started out really good and thinking I'm going to do good. I was working by myself. I had one house that I had to go clean, and I did good in the morning, and I took my water, and I planned on just going with that all day, and then I ended up in the drive-thru. Why? I don't even really know. Ended up at Chick-fil-A drive-thru, had a #1 combo. Yes, I did. Had waffle fries, the original sandwich, and doesn't stop there. I'm going to tell it all. And a milkshake. Why? I was doing so good. And this ended up mindless ate in a parking lot. It's like, why? Why not even do it? And even while I was doing it, I didn't know why I was doing it. So that's how up here with the food addiction and the mindless eating, stress eating, I don't know, that's how it comes out for me. That's how it always has. These last month, these last weeks have been the hardest ever. They've been so hard. It's just, but that's better than the whole week of it. So from Tuesday until now, I have done good. Actually, Tuesday, I tested myself. I had wanted so bad to, every time there was like fasting times where I would do the intermittent fasting, or even when our church would call us on a fast, I could never do it. Never. Like, it would mentally disturb me all day long. That's all I would think about is the food I cannot have, or I can't have this, can't have that. I dwelled on it way too much. So I've always wanted to conquer that in a way, and it's about controlling the flesh. Totally getting my flesh under submission. It's crucifying the flesh, totally. And that is so hard when you are a food addict like I am. And the reason for my weight gain over all these years, it's hard to conquer that. But there's still hope, clearly. It's not out of sight. So all day Tuesday, I conquered it. That's just one day. I know there's other people who have done a water fast or fasting and have lasted many days. I'll get there one day. One day. I really felt, because I've been saying it, I really been wanting to cleanse myself out from eating all that junk I had the past week or two. So I took a whole jug, a gallon jug of water. I wrote the times. I know you've seen that on Pinterest, or you Google it about the amount of water to drink in a day. 8 a.m., how much you need, by 9, by 10, all the way through your whole day. And it really helps you to get down that water all day long, which I have found, like, I've really been drinking that much water already. I still had 2 protein shakes. I can't go with just out totally nothing. So, because I had a headache already right away. That's just how it is for me. And I get miserable. I planned on doing it Wednesday also as well. I started out being like, okay, I can do this. And then I had such a bad headache that my stomach I felt sick to my stomach. Like I wanted to throw up. So, and it's more mental. It really is, because it really wasn't that bad. And I felt really good. And I got cleansed out, too. But I felt so good that I did it a whole day. Really like a day and almost a day and a half, because then I had lunch Wednesday. And then, of course, you saw on Wreck It Wednesday, I had dinner. I had broccoli, and I had a pork chop. So, and then that's all I had. I did, like, very well. And I was like, okay, I'm not even that hungry. And that, like, filled me completely up. Like, I was like, I don't want anything else. So, Thursday, the same thing. Did really good. Had regular, because we were at home Thursday because of the storms here in North Carolina. We've been having the hurricane stuff. We had Hurricane Michael. Schools were closed. And Rosie was at home, and my work got canceled as well. So was at home, did well, did really good. Didn't want to binge eat, didn't want to, I stayed busy cleaning my own house. So that's a thing that, you know, I have to do. I have to keep myself busy so I'm not constantly like dwelling about it so much. So I didn't expect like a big weight loss because my weekend was kind of like this. Didn't totally get super on plan until Tuesday again. It's those weekends. It's those weekends for me right now. It's like when I'm off my normal routine of working, it's hard for me to get in the swing of things because I feel like it should be a free-for-all or something. So trying to get out of that mindset, trying to get back into this is a 7-day-a-week thing. This is an everyday thing that I have to do to get the weight off. And I need to go back to my exercise. Haven't exercised in a month or more. Just totally haven't done it. Been lazy about that. It's like once I went off the diet and, you know, ate things that I wasn't supposed to last month, of course I didn't exercise. So I need to get back on that and get my weekends in control. That's so tough. So tough. So don't have a setback. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It really is not. It's not worth trying to get yourself back on track because it takes so long. Because like I said last time, like this is the times where I've always quit. This is what has always made me quit and give up the diet completely and then gain a bunch of weight back. And I don't want to do that, and I'm not going to do that. So I do have to say my week went a lot better than it has. It's little steps by little steps, and I have just maintained and trying to get myself totally back into that routine and get out of that thinking about the weekends I can just do what I want. So it was better. It wasn't as bad as it was, so it was better. And hey, 2 pounds lost, that's pretty good. But I want to be back where I was at 283. And I want to be beyond. I want to put more marbles in my jar. Getting there, and I'm going to get there. So that's where I'm at this week. Nothing else really new to report. But just that, just still getting back on track. That's what happens when you go off the path. It takes longer to come back. It just does. It's tough. I I've been here so many times, but the other times I have given up. That's what's different, and I'm not giving up. I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight tooth and nail, whatever it takes. And it's tiring, guys. It's tiring. It is very stressful on the mind and the body, and it's just ups and downs. This is part of this journey, every inch of it. And I'm coming out on the other side. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Okay, so that's been my week. Not too much to say, not so much to report, but just still trying to get back on track. So, if you're here where I'm at, I feel you. I feel you, and you can do it. You can do it. Just stay the course right now. Even if you have little slip-ups, yet again, like I did this past weekend or Monday, ended up at a drive-thru out of the blue. I don't understand it. I don't get it, and why we do those things, why that happens. I don't know. It wasn't like I planned it or even was thinking about it. It was just like all of a sudden I turned in there, and I'm like, I'm going to get this. It's just, why? Wish I had somebody there in that moment to pop up in my car and be like, stop, don't go any further. Pull this car over. Yeah. Or call somebody at that moment, but you don't. You don't want anybody to know in that moment because it's a secret. You don't want. Knowing I'm going to tell you guys, but other people, don't have this outlet like I do to say it, to share it, because it just does feel better to get it out and to say it, and they hold it in, and then that's why they never get better, because they never get to share it and admit that we did wrong and that we did eat it or whatever. It's okay. It's okay. We're trying to get better. We're trying to heal. But I know a lot of people, they're afraid to admit it, say it. So just admit it and say it. Find somebody that you can relate to that maybe is going through the same thing you are, or has been there, or just someone who can really understand that that's not going to talk bad about you or this or that. I know that's what a lot of us think in our mind. I don't want to tell anybody because they're going to judge me. Well, they're not your friend to begin with. So find a friend who's not going to judge you, who understands, and confession is good for the soul. I mean, for me, I was like, I almost couldn't wait to say, this is what I did. This is what I did. But even so, I still lost the 2 pounds. I think I'm still getting out the crap that I put in there the past 2 weeks. Trying to get back down to where I was, and then we'll move on from there. I was hoping to be there this week, but that's okay. That's okay. Step by step, we will make it. We will get there. All right, everybody. That's what I had to say this week. I don't mean to sound like a broken record some weeks, but sometimes that's just what it is. It's the same things I'm dealing with in just a week. That's how it goes. So we will get better, and we will move past this and never give up. Never give up. Hold on. You can do it. Time is already passing. It's going to pass anyhow. So why not try to get better in those times? Whether we move a little bit back, then try to move a little forward again. And finally we'll get there when we reach our mark. That's what I'm hoping and praying for. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing to me. Y'all don't know what y'all mean to me. So much. It means so much. Love you all. Have a blessed rest of this Friday. See you guys this weekend. Singing Sunday. Bye.